Good morning, it's me again. I'm down at a little place near Gatwick Airport. Now they've got a fantastic collection of stationary engines here. I know a few of you out there are keen on the stationary engines, so hopefully you'll enjoy the video. Might make one or two videos, you never know, because you've got quite a big collection here. So it'd be nice of you to come along with me anyway. Like I've said before, I know I'll keep going on about it. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me. And if you can think about it, consider subscribing if you haven't done already. That'd be fantastic as well. And ring that little bell. And if you want to share these videos, please feel free. I've got no problem with that, and it'll make the channel more visible for everybody else. Anyway, let's carry on now. Thanks a lot. Right, I'm here with Jenny. It is Jenny, isn't it?
It is.
It is. And this is your husband's collection and your collection?
It is, yeah.
And I'm afraid to say your husband has gone forward now, hasn't he?
That's right, yes, 20 years ago.
Oh, really? So what made you start this collection, you and your husband?
Farming background, both of us. And
Yep.
John was always interested in tractors, and it really started from buying a Massey Harris four-wheel drive from the neighbouring farm.
Okay.
And visiting a few vintage rallies, and very quickly we
Got the
became
bug.
interested, and it turned into stationary engines as well.
Fantastic. We're into the first shed now, and we've got Jenny's friend. And introduce yourself.
I'm Jim Anderson. I'm down from Scotland. Stuck down here because of the lockdown. Been here for months now. Been coming down here for 20 years or so, haven't I?
At
20
least,
years.
yes.
And because of the engines, I've gathered a few myself down here as well.
Yep.
So,
And Jenny lets you store them down here, does she?
well, at the moment, I think they're free of charge.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Say no more about that while Jenny's standing in the background anyway.
Exactly.
Onwards and upwards. What we got first then you're going to show me?
Well, this is a general workshop here.
Yep.
And these four engines are mine.
Oh, okay. They're nice size engines, aren't they?
Worked on them. That's a Fairbanks Morse T. What was it, 1904 or something? Something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a petrol engine
Yep.
with just a normal magneto on it. We've had it running, but not for any length of time.
Yep.
This is a very rare.
Sorry, before you skip on from this, how is it called? Is it, oh, you got a bucket on top, have you?
Yeah, it's not very often they have a. This is not original, but these hoppers were made, and it saves the bother of having a big water tank at the back.
Yep.
Or whatever, and so I was lucky enough to get a hopper for it, so it makes it more compact.
Yes. They do tell me that they used to boil their eggs and their breakfast in it.
Oh yeah, they do that. You know, when we've been abroad, you've seen them putting the old German sausage in the top and
Yes.
having their lunch.
Why not?
Exactly.
Why not? Right, and we move on to a Blackstone. Now I like Blackstone engines.
Well, this is a vertical diesel. This was
Diesel.
I think I'm right in saying it was the first one that Blackstone produced that way, and they've got their own diesel pump on them,
Yep.
which I haven't got to the bottom of that one yet. It's causing a bit of trouble.
It is.
There are very few made, and I think there's only about 4 left in existence.
So what sort of horsepower are we talking on these two
This
engines?
is a 7 horse, and
Okay.
that's only I think it's only 2. That one.
But back in the day, they must have been quite a helping hand to the farmer, wasn't they, really, when you talk about horse-drawn carriages
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
thrashing machines and...
Definitely.
You know.
Normally, these wouldn't be on a trolley. These would be bolted down to the floor in a barn somewhere.
Oh, right.
Driving
What, a little generator or something like that?
Pieces of machinery.
Yeah. A milking machine?
Generators, pumps, cutters for turnips, you know.
Ah, okay,
For
yeah.
the cattle and everything that the electric switch on the wall can do now,
Yeah.
they did.
Fantastic.
With of course, they were driven off a flat belt
Yeah.
off the pulley there.
So tell me, I'm a bit ignorant to this. The two flywheels. Now, what is that all about?
Balance.
Excuse me?
Balance.
Balance. Ah,
And
okay.
also it gives the engine more power, because once they're turning
Yep.
at the designated speed, they they give you the power.
Okay.
Some engines you'll find with single flywheels,
Yep.
but majority of them have
Doubles.
twin flywheels.
And of course they're closed in cranks, not like some of the engines are.
Well,
Open.
that's right. That's got a water tank on the back.
Yeah. A little makeshift diesel tank there, I see.
Yeah.
Did you make that water tank yourself?
Well, I found the tank and hooked it up. It's not the best of jobs, but it does the
It does the trick, doesn't it? I mean, it saves you having to find a water somewhere around.
Answer is to try and get it running, and then once you're successfully, you can go on to make a better water tank, a better fuel tank job on it.
Yeah, and this is the air filter, I presume. What is this? What we got two here. One's the exhaust and one's the inlet, I
Yeah, they're
presume.
very unusual. This has the holes underneath.
Ah, okay.
So-
see if I can
For air intake here,
yeah.
and of course that one's the opposite. It's
It's
for the exhaust.
Very close together. I suppose that's why the air intake's at the bottom. Would it be so it wouldn't suck in the exhaust?
Your valves run horizontally in these.
Ah, okay.
Exhaust at the back, inlet at the front. This is a decompressor to get, so it makes it easier for these spinning.
I've got that. That's something I've got to ask you. How do you start these machines? But obviously
you have a handle. There it is. There.
Oh, you actually got a crank handle.
Yeah, you've got a crank.
Oh, you ain't got to spin the flywheels over or anything like that.
Not in this. Not in these.
Yep.
In this one, you would use the handle.
Yeah.
And once you've got sufficient speed on there,
Yeah.
you let that go, and that gives you full compression.
Yep.
And it should start.
It should start.
Now,
Now, obviously, by the sound of your voice, you've had some experience when it hasn't started.
Yeah, we've had it almost running, but we had to change the piston rings on it. It was well worn. This
Yep.
dates from about 1930, 31, round about that.
You had invented the first diesel engine then, really, wasn't it? Really, in the 20s and 30s. Was that, am I correct?
I'm not that acquainted with but this is apparently the first vertical Blackstone diesel that they tried.
Yeah. Because it was gas engines before that, wasn't it? Petrol and gas engines, wasn't it? That's right. Anyway, moving on, we've got a little one down here on the floor. I can see.
This is an American engine, a Wellington.
A Wellington.
Wellington.
Sorry, it's your Scottish accent. I can't get over that accent.
Jenny, you come and speak to me. A Wellington.
Let's say this to the camera.
Yeah.
Right, it's a...
Wellington.
Thank you.
There's a name on it. On there.
Let's see if I can get there.
No, you should get it. Yeah.
Smashing.
That's a typical American engine.
And that's petrol, obviously, yes?
Yeah, that's petrol, that one.
And does it go all right? No problems with it again?
Yeah, we've had it running. I only recently put it on a trolley, and
Yeah, and again, I can see the water tank just there.
yeah,
I can see you've got the cranking handle inside it.
yeah.
I love these little oil pots because I can remember back in the day when I worked on old pumping engines years ago, and you had to go around before you started an engine. You had to go around and open all the oil pots, open the water valves, and everything like that.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic era. And of course, when you're working on and every day, you don't take no notice of them, do you? But once they're gone...
Well, you do take notice. You make sure that there's oil in there.
Yes. No, I mean, as in, you don't sort of... it's not something you...
Oh, it's just part of the engine.
Yeah, it's just something you do as a day's work, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, moving on again.
This is an ogle.
Oh, here we go again. What's that again?
Ogle.
Ogle.
O-G-L-E.
Okay.
They were made in Derby.
Oh, it's a British made engine.
Yeah, you'll see the nameplate on the front there.
And again, it's got the oil pot on the side.
Oil pot. Now this is a paraffin engine.
Oh, all right.
There's a pump down here. Works. That puts it in gear.
Yeah.
That's out of gear, but it works on the flywheel. As the flywheel comes round, there's a raised piece on here, and it works the pump up and down.
Yeah.
Thereby pumping the paraffin in here, where it sprays into the cylinder and is ignited. Because you start, the first thing you do starting off is you heat that red hot.
That was what my question was going to be. What is this on the side for?
Yeah, well, normally we would use the gas torch, because that takes so long.
Yeah.
That's an easier way of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, that is probably back in the day, the old paraffin.
That's how they were. And,
Yeah.
but that must get red hot.
Oh, okay.
That goes down into the cylinder. There's a bolt goes down into the cylinder, and that sprays on and it ignites.
Ignites it. As if, a bit like, well, you can say it's a bit like the diesel engine, where it injects the fuel into the cylinder.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got Ferguson tractors with the TVO, and you start them on petrol,
Yeah.
and then you turn them over to TVO. And I thought, do you know what? Always start.
Mm-hmm.
I've always had trouble with diesel tractors, but petrol TVO tractors always start.
Yeah.
Let me jump around to this side and we can get perhaps a better view on it. And obviously the exhaust there and the exhaust silencer, now that's a silencer and a half, isn't it, really?
There are quite a few engines. You'll see others with big pots like that, because it helps to deaden the sound.
Yep. There's no baffles or anything in it, is there?
No,
No.
just
a
a cast iron pot,
Yep.
which deadens the sound. On this one, again, it's been put on recently put it on a trolley. I'm waiting on a water tank coming for it.
Oh, okay.
Similar to that one there.
Yep.
There'll be a water tank on the back, and it'll be fed from there.
Oh, okay.
And the water just circulates through the...
And the box on the back, is that the spares
It's just to sit the tank on,
I see.
and you can keep your tools or whatever in there.
Oh, smashing. That's fantastic. 3 lovely engines. You obviously have a run day when you actually start all these up.
Well, Jenny used to have open days,
Yeah.
and that's not happened for a few years, but with all this lockdown, we're hoping eventually to get a few friends together
Yeah.
and have a small.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
up.
I'd love to come along and see that, Jenny, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Jenny's hiding in the background over there.
Good.
Let's say this is your big workshop. It looks lovely, old workshop, got all the spanners. Bit old fashioned, you'd say, wouldn't it? Really?
Definitely.
Bit like us all.
We're all old fashioned.
Yeah, why not indeed? Lovely, right,
There will.
and the saw. Now, the reciprocal saw.
Right, yeah. One
Yeah.
old fashioned one.
Yeah,
But it still does the job.
exactly.
Now you're going into the engine.
Department now, the show engines though.
And
Oh
I'll
my
leave
God.
this up to Jenny, because she knows all those engines.
Well,
Right, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to end this little video here and we move on to the second one.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate your showing me your engines.
You're welcome. I've probably made a few mistakes, but
Yeah, but it's always nice to share this sort of thing and pass the history on.
that's right. All right.
As I say, well, thanks a lot for coming along. We've got plenty more videos of Jenny's collection, and I've gotten your name already.
Jim Anderson.
Jim Anderson, sorry, Jim Anderson's collection, and we'll move on to the next video. Thank you for now.